The responsibility of the captain and selectors is to pick the side, picking the guys that will be on the field for the game, for the day for which they will play. Chapter 12 of the first 10 runs in singles speak of that. I'm William Dorset. In my company, I have Sir Vivian Richards and SamT, who's one of the authors of the first 10 runs in singles. Picking the side, Sir Vivian Richards, you've been captain. You've had to know not only the flair or the wit of the players, but you've got to know their consistency. You've got to make sure that they're dependable to be able to deliver what you want, to have them on the side, on the field of the day of play. Talk about that.
That's the worst job you can have, really, because you're going to make somebody unhappy.
I thought you got to pay them as captain.
Yeah, you're going to make somebody unhappy. Somebody's not going to be pleased. Somebody's going to be, and sometimes some guys take it a little personal as well. And that to me can be learned in life lessons. That is not all the time you're going to have your way. It's not for you to get angry, but for you to get smart. You know, we pick teams that we think will do justice, and no one wants to pick a team that you think is going to fail, because you have trust in everyone. That is why you pick them. And there are certain times that guys lack confidence when being picked, and you, in your captain's roles, got to maybe put your arms around that individual's shoulder and to let him know that how good he still is. Because there are times we lose that sort of shape in mind, that we are, especially when we fail. Some of us goes into that sinking sort of feeling. And it is so important that you got to remember those little steps. If you were successful before, those little steps of success, and try and follow that route. There's always a route in life for you to follow.
I think that's good. Sam, maybe you can talk about taking what he spoke about on the field in terms of knowing the players and making sure that they're dependable and consistent in what they do. Talk about that for a life lesson.
Yeah, I think growing up in Sri Lanka, especially when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, I lost the plot. Because on one hand, I was talented, I had flair, I was, but on the other hand, I was much more reckless. And I realized that in order to be picked to play on the team, in fact, I actually cut class and I got suspended from school and didn't make a very important match. Because the coach was not just looking for raw talent, right? He was looking for dependability and consistency. So because of failure, because I had that heartache as an early in my life, I wanted to actually talk about that. To tell young people, yes, you have talent, yes, you have abilities, the God has given you, yes, you have opportunities, but the way you show up, the way you are dependable and consistent is very important. And even as I look at Sir Viv, as I was thinking about doing this with Sir Viv, I realized, Sir Viv is known all around the world for his flair, for the excitement that he brings to the crowd, right? But really, he couldn't have necessarily done that if he was also not dependable and consistent, right? It is because of that he is known, right? Yes, people love the flair, people get excited, right? They just love coming to watch Sir Viv, the crowds go crazy, right? But somewhere in his career, he decided, guess what? I need to be dependable, I need to be consistent, and that's what enabled him to do what he did.
And just to add maybe a little bit to what you would have said, discipline. That's discipline is so important.
Yep.
Flair, I've seen a lot of guys come and go with all the flair in the world, but they just didn't have that other thing which connect to help in success.
So well said.
Sounds like there has to be a little bit of flair, a little bit of willpower to stay consistent.
Important. And this is why as you know, I do some mentoring for some teams around the world. And it isn't about how well you can smack the ball, but getting your mind in the best frame of mind for you to fulfill your skills.
Yep.
Because that's where it's at, really, the mental side of things.
And as we speak in chapter 12 here about picking the side, I think it's important that persons use every opportunity to measure and assess the people around them so that they have a good team going with them, whether on the field or off the field.
You need people that you can depend on, William. It's no use that for some reason you keep looking behind your shoulders and you're saying, where's my team? You want to know that whenever you are in the bunkers, and this is like maybe
warfare, right?
What a warfare.
Yeah.
And I've always said over the years, and these are some of the terms which I use, that the best sporting wars that can be fought, it's any game competing, two guys who are competing at sport,
That's right.
or a team. The best sporting wars You know what happens at the end of the day? Only some pride, I think, is going to be hurt at times. But the real thing, as we know, in wars, there are deaths.
Is the victory.
And that cannot be good.
Wow. Well, again, the first 10 runs in singles is not just about the game of cricket. It's about applying what is used to be the foundation of the game to make good choices in life. It's a pleasure to be in you guys' company.
Thank you.
I'm going to do a little bit more reading while you're going to take some sun, right?
Wow.
Take a moment to evaluate yourself. Ask yourself if you need to make any changes. Holding oneself to the highest standard possible in every sphere of life is what creates success. Don't forget that. Additionally, know the strengths and weaknesses that are around you. Putting people in the right situation and position helps them, you, and the team to succeed.
Thank you for watching. We hope that the first 10 runs in singles will drive you to your fullest potential and purpose. To get your copy, click on the link below or get to our website. I'm William Dorset. Discover the winning strategies for your life.